All right, going to do a real fast review here of the new Ruger American Predator chambered in .223 that takes AR style magazines. Model number is 26944. Here's where it is, folks. Here's where all the magic happens. Is right here. That's it. Looks to be a standard AR magazine release. I could be wrong, but it's pretty darn close if it's not the same thing. See on the back side right here? Looks pretty familiar, doesn't it? What's awesome about this, and I was afraid I couldn't find any answers on it, is this thing is metal. So it's always great when they use metal parts on guns, if you ask me. I guess I'm kind of old school like that. You can call it polymer, whatever you want to call it. It's still plastic. One thing to note, if you think you're just going to go try to pick up one of these stocks and then put your old Ruger American Action on it, the bolt is different. If you see there's all these crazy cutouts in the bottom of the bolt, I couldn't figure out what that was for until you look at it when you cock the bolt and there's a magazine in there. Those are carve outs to bypass the feed lips on the magazine. So kind of interesting how they did it. The other notable thing about this one compared to the previous models is, yes, they finally put a standard Picatinny rail on the top. Now, if you've bought one of the other ones in the past, I'll pull up one here real quick. Sorry about the camera. They have this on top. It's a mess. It's this dicked up rail. If you see in the center right there, it's got a big, flat spot. If you look right there where the, let me just set this down real fast. Right here in the center, there's like a giant spot where the rails aren't cut out. Right here, there's ones that are extra fat. I'm not sure what they were thinking when they did that, but I'm glad that they read my mind and went with just a standard Picatinny rail. That way, if you're like me, you can put a one-piece scope mount on there. It's nice because if you ever have to take it off for any reason, you don't have to re-level your scope and do all that crazy stuff. So, pretty cool. If you're not familiar with the Ruger American line, it has a kind of their version of the AccuTrigger. I think they call it a Marksman. Real soft butt pad on the back. The Predator model is threaded. This one obviously 1/2 by 28 because it's a 223. Pretty standard stuff. But the big things about this one are the bolt is a little different. You have a standard AR style magazine catch, and the rail across the top is, thank God, normal. I bought this from Carolina Ballistics. I couldn't really find them a lot online. Their prices were right on par with Grab a Gun, other big retailers. $430 is what it was, $434 I think. I'm sure they'll come down. Most of your Ruger American rifles, they're running anywhere from $375 to $430. So pretty good value. I know there's better deals out there right now, but the money you save on magazines or just not having to lug proprietary magazines around, I think is worth what you pay. So, and just in case you're curious, the contour on this barrel, it's a little thicker than normal, but if you compare it to, say, the Ranch, which that has the thickest barrel contour in the series, the Ranch is a little thicker, and this one is kind of I'd say a medium barrel contour. Not really heavy, but it's decent size. Got a little weight to it. So 22 inches on this one, and it's supposed to be cold hammer forged. Not a lot to it, folks. It's a bolt action rifle that takes AR mags standard, and I'd suggest getting one. If you don't own any Ruger Americans, some people say they're cheap. They have a bolt on them, I think, that kind of irritates people because it's got a lot of machining marks on it, as you can see. They kind of sound like a zipper when you cock them and load a bullet, but whatever. I don't really care. I'm sure that'll go away with time. Good value, good company. I had to send a Ruger rifle back one time. From the time it left my hands and got back to me, it was 7 days, and they basically overnighted the thing back to me and made it right. So people can say whatever they want to about other companies that make rifles or guns. Oh, they're great. Their quality control is fantastic. I'd rather have somebody come to me and say, we do what we can, but if there's a problem, we'll make it right. And that's what Ruger did. So they're a winner in my book. So there it is, the new Ruger American Predator in 223. And there's where all the magic happens right there. So